free. If you want to see an additional 5-minute preview of this next Ultra Vegito episode for free, just sign up to my manga newsletter, mangaletter.com, using the links in the description or pinned comment, and simply enter an active email and your name, and it will be with you instantly after for free. So make sure to check your spam, junk, or other folder if you don't see it. This is a treat for every one of you who cannot afford the Patreon, so enjoy. You ruined everything for me. Everything. And yet, you still talk to me like this? While meanwhile, an emotionally defeated Dai would just have his rage building continuously, his body twitching, as his head would duck into the shadows until... I must shut you up once and for all! As now rising his head with gritted teeth, practically grinding them to dust, fury would be apparent on a still Dai before... And this is how! As immediately lifting his left arm up high, he would yell, Divine Smut! But the same trick would never work on the God Killer twice, as instantly, with a look of shock painted over Dai's face now, he would look behind and see Vegito, grabbing tightly onto his arm, apprehending him like a miscreant child. As with his face cold, Vegito would say, looking down, Even this won't save you this time, Dai. It really is over. Let go of me! Leaving Dai with his only option now to just yell in panic, knowing full well no level of strength in the world could pull him away from the God Killer's grasp. Screaming and screaming until... HAKAI! In the most unexpected of words from the God Killer, not uttered out of his mouth for nearly a year in real time, the God Killer would call back to his destruction abilities. You! How could a destroyer's ability affect me? Utterly perplexing the angel, as right before his eyes, his whole wrist would erase instantly. All while Vegito would nonchalantly respond, A destroyer's ability? You must be mistaken. This is a Saiyan's ability now. This is impossible! It's spreading! And much to the angel's shock, despite his position above all destroyers, Vegito's HAKAI, powered up by his own insane energy, would indeed be quickly expanding, ready to erase the rest of the former priest until... Until, in almost a blasphemous scene, the angel would sever his own arm with a single swipe, choosing to save his whole body in place for his already crippled arm. Wincing in agony immediately as his angelic blood would spurt out of his open wound. And on instinct, of course, like the wounded animal he was, Dai would immediately then jump back to garner himself some space and safety. But as Vegito would stand, looking into his palm, he couldn't help but think, my HAKAI, it's on a completely different level of destruction now, even working on Dai. Could Lucif withstand this? I'll find out very soon. Mother, she's watching! I can't look like this! How could I be so careless to lose my arm? What can I even do now? Die! Stop crying and get back over here! Trust me, losing one arm doesn't mean you can't fight. I've been through that 1,000,000 times. But as Dai would whimper, Vegito, with his arms on his hips, would be utterly unsympathetic, just calling for more and more battle. But before anything more could happen, out of nowhere, something would strike Dai's face with speed, and with a glass-like crash, as now on the floor, with what indeed looks like shards of glass, a puddle of dark red wine would be all over the floor, which could have only come from one place. Mother! Why? As with Dai's now truly gobsmacked face covered in wine, and his white hair too stained red, it would be clear what hit him would be from the mother of all angels wine bottle. Oh, Dai, you worthless rat. As from up above, clearly now no longer with her wine bottle, but a blush on her face after clearly becoming drunk, she would address her son saying, I've seen enough. Not just a failure now, but a one-armed crippled failure too. Forget it, Dai. Live up to your name and just kill yourself. But as she would finish saying this horrific line to her own son, a curious look would then come to her, as she would place her hand under her chin and look to Vegito now, saying, or better yet, you kill him, you handsome mortal. Show me something violent. I want him in pain. Make him scream like he did as a baby. All this horrifically said, while Dai would just watch on below silently, his body still unmoving since when he was first hit with the wine bottle. And with the red liquid still running down his face, mixing with what could be his own tears, all he would grumble is, as you wish, mother. And if you want more, the next video is already up live on my Patreon right now for over 4,500 plus incredible patrons who are getting early access episodes for life, as well as actively seeing hidden Ultra Vegito content. And if you want that too, head to my Patreon to see the full next video and see just what insane turn of events happens next in yet another very long episode. So join now and talk to me. Links are in the description and pinned comment.